Okay, right now we're pseudo good spot. In that, had to pull a Todd Gurley from one of his weeks where he didn't score a touchdown, taking a touchdown out of his season touchdowns to give the time and not kicking the ball back type thing to the other opponent. It's a real heads up thinking play. We've got rush for 100, pass for 3 touchdowns, score 27. We're down at their goal line in there. What I'm going to try to do, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. And here. Because I think with this amount of time,
And they take a knee.
40 seconds plus 40 is 80. I might just make it. This one was just difficult. It's just vile. I mean, it hurt. It really hurt. My solution was to use a 3-4. And I hit the control pretty much everything in there. You had to control the line, had to have enough with the line to control a short pass, like 0 to 5 yards. But then Vic occasionally, on first, second, or third down, would also throw 15 or 20 post. So you had to have something that controlled that. So the line had to control the run, and you had to control the middle 5, which you didn't recognize Shazier doing it so much as Page doing it, type thing that means. And you had to control the post, like with a free safety or strong safety, in that means. And whatever that play is, I didn't leave it. I tried leaving it, had some success, but then had some give up in that means. It took me a while to get the right spy too, because not spying with Page cost me 32 yards that were almost part of the allow 75 or fewer passing yards in the game. So they ended with 72 out of 75 yards. 3 more yards, I would have lost the challenge in there. As far as the passing touchdowns, I used Saints Go and kept hitting Hill for 3 touchdowns in there. Then afterwards I had to use my tosses, whatever you have in your run, your halfback dive, take time off the clock, keep picking up 5 or 10 yards per halfback dive until you get to 100. That's what I did for the third and fourth quarter. Same thing that means. If you don't use halfback dive, you're going to have to use whatever other running play that you use. I use tosses, type thing in that sense. Because their team is fairly good at tosses for some reason. I don't know why. But are they the glitchiest week in League One? Probably not. They're just football ones where I move Neil. Neil gets tired of blocking. I bring in Franco Harris. And I use iFarm Pro, iFarm Close, iFarm Slot, and iFarm tight sometimes with Leonard Fournette. Then after that I use single back ace, single back wing, single back doubles, single back flex, single back Y sometimes, things of that nature, until we get to 100 yards rushing. Okay, so that, as far as one play, dominate, and it didn't, and it's just a bunch of things. Occasionally I'll run in there, and then suddenly, for some other reason, the game will run up into it and like, anti-dominate. So but it worked for a whole quarter. Anti-dominate. And then I have to keep going to something that is football X's and O's, of getting a guard up on the line, getting up to the box, getting red, getting green, getting middle, getting past the right hand, left hand, getting past the right outside linebacker, getting past the left outside linebacker, getting past in safety, not in safety, free safety, strong safety, corners, not press, in base aligned, unbaseline type thing that means. Anything in the kitchen sink of doing something against the thing that you thought was doing. So yeah, I randomly used other things. I'm like a door encryption key or something. Yeah, that's... yeah, we went 22. Yikes. That game beforehand, I was doing cover 3, and I lost. So I switched my do from the encryption to cover 2. Any formation that had cover 2 in it. And that means nickel cover 2s, 3-4 cover 2s, 4-3 cover 2s, anything and everything. Yeah. So in this game 3 of that challenge, that was cover 2. I used cover 2 in game 4 because I figured it was related to game 3, that's what I was doing. And no, the adjustment kicked in, so I had to switch to cover 3 again. That's right. Oh. I tried using cover 3 in game 3, and I got squished. Kept giving up the... well, I didn't get squished, but I kept giving up the essential yards that were part of the challenge goal. It kept denying it. Like I'd be at like 30, 40, 50, 60, 72, 78, you gave up type thing. That means you had to tap out from the walls of Jericho, the finger 4 type thing. That means I switched to a cover 2, 30 yards. Same with this one here. It's in the cover 2 type thing. That means held on, touchdown. Then cover 4, alright, interceptions, pick 6s, and we gave up one. We didn't know where we were in the cover 4. So it's 75-yard touchdown. Cover 3 and 3-4, play the underneath type thing. User would spy in that sense and control the post routes with the safeties. 72 yards. Yeah, that's out of 75. Do is a very strong word of anti-do, but it finally decided that I guess our lesson plan was there, and we gotta complete a challenge. That's right. Which is a move thing. Okay, rush for 75 yards, rush for 2 touchdowns in the game, pass for 125, pass for 2 touchdowns, score 30 points, do not allow any points in the game, allow 75 or fewer total yards in the game. So I'm going to take a break, but I think these things are, well, I'll probably cover on the non-quick camera. In there, I guess I can do that. Yeah. You just have to try to take it 1 for 1. Then you win the game, rush for 75 yards, that's the halfback dive. And then pass for 125, bop, bop, verticals in there, catch, retire, re-kill, type in that sense. You gotta have them score 2 touchdowns, so step out of bounds, rush, rush 2 touchdowns type thing that means. Then afterwards, pass for those touchdowns. Don't need to step, go ahead and step across the goal line. Oh, for the 2 touchdowns type thing that means in that sense. That's right. Oh, rush and pass touchdowns. And then defense as you normally would. Do all those, then go back to the top. Win the... you should win the game. Okay, thanks for watching. And like and subscribe.